In this video, we're going to talk about one trick to help your interpersonal relationships, and it has to do with the ego and what you want. In acting class, you always are taught to ask, what does my character want? Both in the whole screenplay or play, and also in this scene. Do they want money, power, sex, acceptance, a safe place to be understood? So in one interaction with someone, you could think of that as a scene. One day I noticed myself talking to a friend, and I noticed myself getting agitated because she misunderstood something that I said or perceived it differently than how I meant it. And I was so eager to correct her so that she would understand where I was coming from. And also I dug underneath that. And where was that coming from? I didn't want her to think I was wrong. I wanted her to know that I was right about this piece of information. And it was quite a bit of agitation, which was odd to me because really it wasn't even very important. I don't even remember what it was about now. But then I started asking myself constantly, if ever I noticed agitation coming up in a conversation with someone, I would ask, like, what do I want out of this? Do I want to be heard and maybe they're not really listening? Do I want to be right and they're disagreeing with me? Do I want to be seen as desirable and that man is not giving me the time of day? It's actually, it's an exercise in a little bit of humility. It's also not comfortable because I think a lot of us want to think that our motivations are always extremely pure and we don't even want to look at some of these egoic needs. Now, I use the term ego here, not in some other ways. It's used in many different ways, but here I just mean a strong sense of self versus, other or collective, like me, my, what do I want? And it's really interesting studying psychology through the lens of acting because a lot of the characters are not extremely self-actualized. They have strong egoic needs. Just recently in class, our teacher was telling us, be selfish as an actor, because it's interesting to see someone fearlessly go after what they want. But in our real lives, and actually in addition to on screen, we should always be aware of those deeper motivations because awareness helps with two things. One, it just helps everything. You should strive for awareness in all you do. I mean, it's kind of implicit as to why you would want that. But then deeper than that, it also helps you kind of rise above certain needs or let go of them, or your needs might even shift as you have that awareness. So for example, when I was like, oh, I need her to understand this. I need her to know that I didn't mean that. I meant this, and this other thing is better, and I'm right about this. And it's like, once I understood that, like, this was one of my best friends. I was like, I don't need her to really understand this. We still love each other and respect each other no matter what she thinks my views are on this topic. And thinking about the need to be right kind of made that need to be right melt away and not as important anymore just by being more aware of it. So let me know if this works for you. Thinking about what you want in the big picture, your deep underlying needs that are constantly with you, like maybe to, contribute in a certain way or to just feel safe and secure in the world. Like, we all have very deep needs that are with us almost at all times, but then in certain moments, scenes in your life, when you're interacting with certain people, what do you want or need out of that situation? And then how do you feel about it once you become more aware of that? Is it still important to you, or do your needs shift? And try not to judge yourself in this exercise.